Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 7-day challenge called I'm Spiritually Strong during Halloween week. For those of you who don't know me, I'm JJ Conway, and I've been involved in ministry for a long time, most recently as the pastor of Kingstown Family Life Center in the Pierre Bossier Mall for over 4 years. We will be launching Abundance CLGI in fall or summer of 2021, but until then, I pray you'll be blessed by these challenges and the teachings we broadcast. Again, this 7-day challenge is called I'm Spiritually Strong during Halloween week. While Halloween means very little more than candy and costumes to most Americans, this multi-billion-dollar industry also happens to be one of the most significant satanic holy days. It calls for specific rites and rituals to be done on this day. Now, while not everyone who listens to a certain type of music or dresses a certain type of way or even watches, reads, plays media associated with the occult is involved in satanic rituals, I have experienced enough in my life to feel very strongly that the child of God should amp up their spiritual efforts during this time. These 7 challenges will carry you through Halloween while increasing your faith. Today's day number 1, and today's challenge is simple, but it's not so simple. I am challenging you to pick a time of day every day in which you will pray for 5 minutes minimum. If you don't already have a prayer life, you might follow the Lord's Prayer or pray according to one of the Psalms, something like that. 5 minutes every day, the same time every day. Okay? Now, if you already have a consistent prayer life, then I'm asking you to add 5 minutes to that prayer life. Let me qualify what consistent prayer life is. Consistent prayer life is not I pray while I'm driving on the way to work. That is a consistent behavior, that is a form of prayer life, but it is not the deep depth of prayer life that comes when you set specific time at the same time every day. When you set this specific consistent time every day, the Lord meets you there in prayer. The Spirit arrives ready to bless you and ready to reveal to you what you need for that day. Okay? And so I'm going to ask you, if you have a prayer life, but it's not consistent, it's a few minutes here and a few minutes there, kind of like when I first became a single mom with over $800,000 of debt, right? I squoze in a prayer here and there in between bathroom breaks. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. But this week, I'm asking you to squeeze out, carve out, put yourself on the priority list and give yourself 5 minutes a day for prayer. Set the same time and stick to it. Put an alarm in your phone. Do whatever you've got to do to put that 5 minutes on the map of your spiritual life. Okay? So now if you already have that spiritual life, or if you feel like you're ready to move past Psalms and Proverbs and things like that as far as your prayer, the Lord's Prayer, then what I'm going to ask you to do is start praying specifically for the spiritual protection of the ones you love, and as well that the Lord will open both their eyes and your eyes to any ways that the devil might have crept into your lives unawares. 5 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, does it? It sounds so simple, right? It just doesn't sound like a whole lot until you try to do it. Because then everything vies for your attention. The laundry, the lunch you didn't make for your kid, that errand you've been meaning to run for 2 weeks now, right? All of a sudden, now that's so important, right? God's children are under spiritual assault, and this simple step of concentrating on God, really trying to communicate with God through your intuition, through communion, for an extra 5 minutes, or if this is not part of your life yet, a first 5 minutes, it will reveal to you just how distracted your mind is and how far you need to grow spiritually. I know for me, I've been super distracted this week, and I have been fighting. And that's why I said over the weekend, as we roll into Halloween week, we need to step up our efforts. So I'm about to go into noon prayer. If you haven't already prayed for 5 minutes at least today, I hope you will join me as we pray together. You know, as we pray together in unity and in the same purpose, our prayers are elevated and the effects of us praying is multiplied. So join me in this challenge. Pick a 5 minutes of the day that works for you, and let's go. I'm JJ Conway. I want to thank you for being with us today. Y'all take care and be blessed.